Now, if you were like me and Tara, a dog is like a family member. We take into account what would it be like for our dog when we choose a place to live. Now, some places are more dog friendly than others, so when choosing your new area, be sure to check the HOA documents to be sure your dog's welcome. I mean, some HOAs restrict the size, number, and type of dog that you can have, and some, especially condo associations, ban dogs altogether, unless it's a service animal or emotional support animal, which has to be documented by a doctor or a mental health professional. Now, luckily, most, if not all HOAs in tradition allow dogs, and even some provide dog parks, so your dog can just let loose. Now, this is, of course, if your dog is friendly with other dogs and people, and that's what we'll take a look at today. So stick around. We're going to look at dog parks in tradition. Hey, I'm Steve Kimos, a realtor specializing in new construction here in beautiful 85-degree, but kind of cloudy Port St. Lucie, Florida. Now, every person thinks their dog is special and strange, and I'm no exception. Before we do an overview of tradition dog parks, I want you to meet Charlie. Now, Charlie is a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel Poodle mix, and he just might be the strangest dog in tradition. So let me prove this by showing you two of a myriad of strange things this dog does. And by the way, the second thing is much stranger than the first. So hold on. So number one is the greeting. Now this happens whether I'm gone 5 minutes or 5 hours. This dog has no concept of object permanence. He thinks I cease to exist when I'm out of sight. So he gets this toy, he hunches up and he walks away and he doesn't want to be touched, all by whining and screaming. Very strange dog. Hello, Charlie. Come here, let me see you. Come here, why are you hunching and walking away? Come, Charlie. Hi. Hi, Charlie. Where are you going? Where are you going? Now, second, he's absolutely compelled to abuse my arm whenever I make a sound with a duck call noisemaker thingy. He gets perked up whenever I go near the drawer. It's weird. He doesn't do this any other time. So look at this. Let's see what this strange dog's up to. Charlie. I mean, before he even sees this duck call, he goes crazy. I don't know what it is about the duck call that makes him do that. Duck call equals this. Strange dog. Now, in general, Port St. Lucie has a lot of dog parks. You can look them up. You know, they have dog parks like McChesney, Winter Lakes, Lingate, Woodland Park, and they're all pretty decent. And they're all, you know, a bit more than an open, fenced-in area. Most have some covered seating and some fixtures and toys, but today we're going to take a look at just tradition. Now, many of the gated communities and neighborhoods, especially the over 55 neighborhoods, have dog parks. For example, here's the dog park here at Seville. You have a seating area right over here. You can watch your dog play. Some trees, some vegetation. Over here you'll see a water for people and dogs. But no, fixtures or toys or anything paved where you can walk around. This is typical of a neighborhood dog park. Now, this is under 55 here at Seville. And then behind me here is the big dog. So they separate into big dog and little dog here at Seville. Now behind me here is the dog park at Lake Park. They have a big dog and small dog area. They also have a covered seating area for shade and a place where you can clean up your dog, but no fixtures or no toys and it's very, very lightly used here. So But still, you have a dog park here at Lake Park that you can use anytime if you live in the Lake Park area. So over here behind me now is the dog park at Webb. They have a side for big dogs and little dogs and a covered seating area for shade, some water, and it's a smaller, medium-sized kind of open area. But again, there's a dog park right in your neighborhood, which is close by, that people at Webb can use. Now, real quick, one thing I want you to notice is, did you see anybody at these dog parks? So I think they're underutilized. Now I am here in the later afternoon, so maybe, a lot of people, even in the over 55 communities work, maybe more people come out. Plus the heat of the day, even though today's not so hot, does keep people away from the dog parks until it cools down. So the mornings and the evenings are the more busy time for dog parks. But my overall favorite dog park is the park at Paseo Park at Riverland. Now this park is mostly used by the Riverland residents, but it's open to everybody in Port St. Lucie. So why do I like this park the best? Well, first they divide the dog park up into small, medium, and large areas, not just large and small areas. This is great because even a medium-sized dog playing with a small dog can cause serious injury or worse, and you have to be careful, even with a well-meaning, well-behaved dog, that sometimes they lose control and they'll grab another dog by the neck and it can do some serious damage. But when you aggregate the sizes out beyond the large dog and the small dog park, the chances of major injury are greatly reduced, and that's much, much appreciated. Now, at this park, there are toys that are available for play, and they're regularly collected and disposed of, or just replaced with new toys by the people at Riverland. Now, this park, there are areas with large and shaded seating areas, and a paved walkway, which I'm walking on now, that loops around the entire section of each park, small, medium, and large. There's also tubes and jumps and obstacles for dogs to enjoy, but the main attraction is other dogs to run around with. Now, right now, there's not very many dogs here, but again, in the evening, there'll be more. Now, overall here, the people at this dog park tend to be friendly. In fact, after an hour at the dog park, I'm often invited to some kind of social event in Riverland. There are tons of New Yorkers in here looking to share food. But despite most people being friendly, you do have to prepare for a few jerks mixed in there at the dog park. One time I experienced this woman letting her dog run around on a leash outside of the designated areas, and the dog wasn't attached to a human. So it came up and it knocked Charlie over, and when I grabbed the leash, the woman yelled at me, "Hey, don't touch my dog." And I'm thinking, I'm only trying to help your dog, he was running away. I mean, he could have gotten hurt. She wasn't very nice about it. But then again, that's kind of what you have to deal with. So another time, this person blatantly brought his large to medium-sized dog in the small dog park and let it run around with the other dogs. And when I said, "Hey man, I don't know if your dog should be in here running around with these little dogs," he was like, "Don't worry, he's great with other dogs." I said, "Look, he might be, but that's kind of beside the point." So he eventually took his dog and left. But again, besides what you run into in any dog park with people that don't follow the rules, it's pretty cool here at this dog park. Now, lastly, a great thing about this dog park is there's a park attendant that you can call if there's an issue or any kind of issue, like a physical issue or a social interaction issue. You can call them and they'll come and stop it before it escalates. So that's great that you even have some support in this dog park at Paseo. So I hope you enjoyed Charlie and a look at what some private dog parks might look like, as well as the best dog park in tradition, what I think, Paseo Park. And if you find the information interesting, or be sure to give it a like and subscribe so the information gets out to more people. And as always, if you want to talk about anything real estate related or the area in general, be sure to call me, and my information is here on the screen and in the description below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.